Turn to 2 Kings chapter 5. Nahum, I always thought there was an H in that word. It's Naaman, Naaman, and Gehazi, Gehazi. And so we're going to do the book report really quick before we get into the story. Who, what, when, where, and how. Character development. You ready? First person we're going to talk about is Nahum. He is the captain of the host of Syria. He is known as a great man, a highly respected, honorable, mighty man of valor and valiant. What a great character for your lead character for the story. He was also a leper. He had leprosy. Now, we all know the story, and I was talking to Pastor Sarah this morning, and we were coming into the church, and I said, it's very interesting to me that God's got me on old Sunday school, I don't know why I do this, but Sunday school stories, the things that we kind of grew up on, and you start learning some of these, but you realize that some of the details that we learned in Sunday school, well, they left out some pieces. There were character development. There were things that we need to understand that in the very G-rated, short little 35-minute Sunday school or the pretty little, storybook, picture book Bibles, they leave certain things out. Leprosy it's a skin disorder. I'm not going to go into the nastiness of it this morning. That's just a little much after breakfast for me. But it's a skin disorder. It's still prevalent today in certain circumstances. It caused complete isolation. People would consider you unclean, they would put you in different camps. Israel was known for putting a leper out in outside camps. Syria must not have back then, and also known as Aram, they must not have done it because he was still a captain of the host. He was still leading the guard. You have to understand, this is the king's number one guy in the army. Most powerful, influential warrior in the Syrian army at that time. He had leprosy. Highly contagious. Second character development we're going to talk about is Elisha. Remember Elisha? Predecessor of Elijah. He watched Elisha. I'm going to get him confused if I'm not careful. Elisha watched Elijah do miracles, and he said, what did he ask for? He wanted a double portion. He wanted a double anointing. And when you look at the history of Elisha, got to pronunciate correctly, he did twice as many miracles, did twice as many things. Our last character development of any substantialness is Gehazi. He was the servant to Elisha. He was his right-hand man. He was his messenger. He watched miracles happen through Elisha. All right, you got a couple other people. You've got the captain of the host, Nahum's captain's his wife, her maidservant, other military personnel, and we're going to throw a couple kings in here just for fun. Not that we're in 2 Kings and we have to have two kings, but there just happens to be two kings in this story. Thank you for the 3 people who giggled and caught that. Take that out of notes. It wasn't even in my notes. All right, what's the purpose of this story? Oh, wait, you're taking notes? Am I going too quick for you? Way too quick. Okay, I'll slow down a lot. And we will now talk about what this story is about. That better for you? Is this a much better pace? See, I'm going to hit my storytelling voice and people, that's right, I got people already going. I'm going to have to come over here and sit down to do that. What's the story about? The story isn't just about a healing of leprosy. When you read the story, when you get into the development of this story, it is about a conversion. It is about someone who overcame pride to walk in humility, but it is also about disobedience and stepping out from the covering and the heart of a leader.